What's up, you guys? It is 2024, and today we're going to be learning what kinds of content you should be posting on Instagram as a real estate agent. For those of you who haven't met me yet, my name is Nate with IGM, the Realtors photographer, and we are all about helping agents grow not only their socials, but their business. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for the latest tips and tricks on how to do so. The first step when talking about posting on Instagram in 2024 is how often should you be posting? Now, people will tell you once a day, 5 times on your story, do at least a reel a week, but honestly, that is jack. What you really need to be focusing on is what content is going to be valuable and authentic. As we're moving into 2024, video, photos, and social media has played such a role in everybody's lives now that people are starting to get tired of the standardized, clickbaity, general meaningless pieces of content that are out there. And they're really starting to crave that high value, informational, relatable, and authentic content. So before you come up with content strategy that says, I'm going to post every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, start thinking about what you're posting. What are you going to talk about? How is it going to relate to your target audience? Who is your target audience? And what is that going to mean to them when they see it? Because at the end of the day, if people are going to keep swiping past your content and viewing it as just another thing on their feed, you're not going to get growth off of it. You want people to stop, hit the like button, and comment below as well, because at the end of the day, each of those times someone taps the screen is when Instagram is going to recognize you as a valuable channel, ultimately getting you more impressions. Now, all that being said, if you are able to post daily, great. If you are able to post twice a week, that's great too. But the main key is being able to post valuable, authentic content that you can do consistently. So rather than posting great content for a week every day and then stopping for 6 months, maybe try to take that week's worth of content and spread it out over a whole month. So you have a month of consistency under your belt rather than just a week, which in the eyes of the algorithm is really just a flare up. With that being said, now let's talk about what is actually considered valuable content on Instagram. When it comes down to valuable content, we break it down into 3 categories. 1, does it resonate with the viewer? 2, is it relevant? And 3, is it relatable? Now, the reason that those are important is because they all affect what people do when they view your content. If it's a relatable piece of content, they're likely going to go share it with a friend, which that gets you a share. If it resonates with them, they're probably going to comment and share their thoughts. And lastly, if it's relevant, your viewers will save it, which ultimately shows the algorithm that your content has value. Now let's break down those 3 principles and talk about how it applies to you as a real estate agent. First, let's cover the just listed and just sold posts. While they were great about 2 years ago, they're definitely in need of a refresh now. What we recommend doing is taking those posts and throw out all the bits talking about the square footage, the number of bedrooms, kind of those numerical pieces, and turn them into storytelling content. What we mean by this is take your just sold post and tell a story about it. Why did the buyer choose that home? What made it a good fit for them? What was maybe some struggles or challenges that you helped them navigate through, which is ultimately going to speak to your brand identity as a real estate agent who's going to come alongside the buyers and help them. Rather than saying congrats on your purchase, talk about the journey you as the agent took the buyer on and why other people would care to have you as the person representing them in the future. Along with this, let's talk about another great piece of content to help drive engagement on your channel and reach people in your local area. Now, everyone on Instagram is after followers, which followers are great, but followers all over the world can only help you so much. If you're a local real estate agent, odds are you want local contacts that are going to be able to help generate business and revenue for you. So with that in mind, focus on local business. Focus on local highlights. Go out into your communities and talk to different business owners, school principals, different members of the community who can give insight and value into those neighborhoods. So that way people watching your content are going to be able to relate to it because it's in their local area. They're going to be able to engage with it because they can share their thoughts and experiences with those businesses or areas. And lastly, they're going to ultimately build a relationship with you as the person facilitating those discussions and topics. Lastly, let's talk about what goes where on Instagram. Now, Instagram allows you to post tons of different pieces of content. You've got graphics, you've got photos, videos, reels, and everything in between. So what should you be posting where? Should your listing photos be on your story, or should they be a feed post? Should you be doing reels, or should you be doing just video highlights and live videos on Instagram? Really, we break it down into two main categories. One, did you plan to create the content? And two, did you not? If you plan to create the content, then yes, put that out on your reels, post that to your feed, because that's something that everybody's going to be able to watch later down the road. And if you didn't plan the content, that's totally okay. It gives the authentic feel to your social media and lets you relate to viewers at a higher level, but keep that to your Instagram stories. And the reason for this is as your feed grows and as you make more posts, you want to curate a brand message around that. So all the thought that's going into your post is going to be reflected ultimately in your feed by only posting to your feed main thought out pieces of content. At the end of the day, Instagram in 2024 is going to be all about valuable, authentic content. So when you get ready to post, focus on the quality of the content, not the quantity, and let the results speak for themselves. Make sure you comment below with any questions, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for following the Realtors Photographer.